so that when we're talking about the conic sections come in several flavors. We're going to be looking at the parabola, again in depth, but a parabola, and if you talk about conic sections, why they're called conic sections. If I had a cone sitting on top of a conic cone, and I run a line or a plane which is parallel to here, then the slice that it makes, then it's from a three-dimensional point of view, when you pull it away, it looks like a parabola. So why they're called conic sections is you can see them if you take three-dimensional cones and slice them, and then if you turn it over, then the shape that you see will be a parabola, or it could be a circle, could be ellipse, or it could be a hyperbola. Circles are by cutting the cone essentially straight across, and ellipses, which are in kind of oval shaped, are by taking the cone and then slicing it at an angle. And then hyperbolas are gotten by taking the two cones, and when you run a slice down, you pull it off, you end up with two objects, and that's what essentially hyperbola looks like. And so those are the three things, or four things that we're going to be looking at. Will be parabolas. We'll revisit quickly the circle, and there's no real reason why we need to spend much time on that. The ellipse, now a circle is a special case of an ellipse, and the hyperbola. So the first thing we're going to review is our old furry friend, the circle. And the standard form of the circle, if you remember, is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where the center is h comma k, the radius is r, and we know that from chapter F. In general form, and that's when you multiply everything out and combine like terms, it looks like this. And basically, here's the hallmark of a circle. When you've got something in general form, how do I know if I have a circle? First of all, you notice that both x and y are squared. Both x and y are squared. There is a plus between, and there's a plus in front of there, so there are two pluses. So everything involving x squared and y squared are pluses. And you're going to find that's going to be true of the ellipse as well, but here's what makes the difference. If I look at the coefficient of x squared and y squared, these are both the same. For coefficient of x squared and y squared. So how do I know when I have a circle? Well, both x and y are squared. If I look at the squared terms, they're both pluses, and the coefficients of x squared and y squared are the same. The rest of this stuff, what that does is that's the transformation from center. So if I only had essentially this, that center would be 0, 0. This stuff is what provides the transformation from center. Because remember, we completed the square in order to put it into standard form. So that's how we know that we have a circle, exciting though it be. The majority of our time is going to be spent on the parabola.